Dun, dun, da, 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 da. Egotastic fun time. Hey, gang, I'm JP, and welcome back to Talking the Orville on Egotastic Fun Time. Yes, Talking the Orville, even though we're talking about Yuri's Night 2019. I finished everything, you guys. Oh my god, I've been talking about Yuri's Night for a month or so. And I've been so nervous about it. I don't know what I'm going to do, all this stuff. But Martin Horowitz, my new best friend, was gracious enough, nice enough, kind enough to invite me, JP, Egotastic FunTime, to come to Yuri's Night. And I think he was just expecting at first, just to hang out and have a good time at Yuri's Night, because that's what Yuri's Night is. And I said, hey, why don't I film some stuff? And he's like, yeah, great. So it became an Egotastic live event coverage. And Yuri's Night, for those of you who don't know, I have to tell you, I never even heard of it before. And now it's the only thing I ever want to do. It was the most amazing night. It's a good time is what it is. Imagine a convention that is meant to be a party, okay? It celebrates space exploration. Yuri's Night happens, it's been going on for years and years and years. It's an international event. Usually, mostly takes place on April 12th, which is in celebration of Yuri Gagarin's trip into space. He's the very first person to ever make it into space. All those years ago in the early 60s, 1961, I believe. It's a celebration of that. That's why it's called Yuri's Night. It's named after him, but it really is a celebration of space exploration, NASA, science fiction, everything having to do with science. And it's just about partying, talking about science, hanging out with astronauts. This is the LA event, which took place April 6th, which is a standalone Yuri's Night party. The Florida one takes place this Saturday. We'll talk more about that in a second. So Yuri's Night, we were at the California Science Center, which without Yuri's Night is an amazing place to go to. So, they got moon landers there. They have, stuff having to do with not only space, but just the world around us, okay, Earth. It was crazy, amazing things to look at, to see, exhibits, VR experiences. So I highly recommend just going there anytime. It's a wonderful place. But Yuri's Night, they deck it all out. They have special events everywhere, dance parties, disco. They had a silent disco, which we'll get to that as well. We were partying underneath the Space Shuttle Endeavour, the real shuttle, you guys. So I highly recommend Yuri's Night. But for me, we got there. I can't thank Rhonda Doral enough. She's my partner in crime. She was there holding that camera, keeping me in check the whole time, because I'll just go crazy, you guys. So I can't thank her enough. This is her car, by the way. Egotastic Rhonda Doral's CarTime. Much nicer than the regular Ego Mobile, you guys. Preparation, I'm like, I have no idea how to prepare. I don't know who I'm going to be talking to, who I'm going to run into. And that's exactly how it went down. So everyone I'm talking to, I just had to find things to talk about while we're interviewing. And also, to everyone that we talked to, Egotastic FunTime, we had a great time. It was a pleasure to meet you, but thanks for your patience. Interviewing people in a live event is a new thing for me. I was figuring it out as I went along, and I had a great time. But you guys, this is just a little sneak peek of what's to come. When I get home, I can't put out a great, awesome video right now because everything's packed up in the car, and I got a 2-day drive back home before I could take my equipment out, upload everything, and start editing stuff out. So I'm going to be parceling little bits of it out at first before I do my big Yuri's Night recap video. And don't forget, this Thursday is, again, live. We're back, okay? Last week we weren't able to do it, but we're doing the Talking the Orville live pre-show explosion. April 11th. I don't even know what day it is today. April 11th, Thursday night. And we're getting prepared for the all-new episode of the Orville Sanctuary, directed by Jonathan Frakes with special guest star Marina Sirtis. It's going to be an amazing episode before the last 2 episodes of Season 2 of the Orville. And we'll talk about that later in another video. Because first off, I got a little bit of information about those last 2 episodes of the season directly from the man himself. A real treat for the night for me. I had the pleasure, the honor of talking to co-executive producer of the Orville. We chatted on camera, Andre Bormanis, and that was such an amazing experience, but it was also a very weird experience because I heard there was a producer of the Orville at YURI'S night who found out about me, and he's like, "Oh, bring him over, have him, talk to me." And I was given a different name. I wasn't given Andre's name. And so I'm introduced to him with a different name. And I didn't even know if this was the person I was supposed to be talking to. And then I finally realized, okay, this is the producer. But I'm talking to him about the Orville. And the whole time I'm weirded out the whole time. I didn't make a big to-do when I first met him because I wasn't even sure if he was the person. So that was really weird. But when I'm talking to him, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm talking to Andre Bermanis. But I don't want to just say yes that it is. But I'm like, even though I was told a different name, I go, I'm pretty sure this is Andre. And I wish I was given that confirmation because it was dark in there. And, you don't know what's going on, especially me because I'm an idiot. And I didn't just want to assume because otherwise I would have had very different specific questions for him. But right in the middle, I'm like, this is Andre Bormanis. But, because of the experience. But that's okay. It was a wonderful time, and he gave me a little bit of information. I know I'm rambling. But I also had the honor of interviewing Tim Russ. Tuvok played Dr. Sherman in Lasting Impressions just a couple weeks ago. We talked about that episode a little bit. We talked a little bit about the Orville, his thoughts on it getting renewed or not. I also had the pleasure of speaking with Rico Anderson, who played Mocklin Doctor in About a Girl last season. Amazing guy. I had a very interesting Q&A, and by Q&A I mean 1 Q from me, 1 A from him, in a very strange predicament with Rod Roddenberry. And I think you guys are going to really dig it because this is Rod Roddenberry. We didn't talk about Star Trek, you guys. We talked about the Orville because I'm representing the Orville. I'm the Orville Evangelist, okay? So I was like, if I get a chance to speak with Rod, I'm going to talk about the Orville because I am at YURI'S night to represent the Orville fandom. Us. Not just you, me, us, you guys. That's who we are, right? And so I talked to Rico, Rod Roddenberry. Had the pleasure, absolute pleasure of talking with Patricia Tallman from Babylon 5, who's now doing, first off, she's my new favorite human. If you can think of all the humans on the planet, she is my favorite human. And chatted with her, lovely person. She has a new venture that she's working on right now that you can be involved in, and you're going to want to be, have an adventure of your own with Patricia. We'll talk about that later. We'll get all, the plugs going on later on throughout the week. And I definitely want to talk about Patricia. Kyle Hill from Nerdist. We had geeked out with Kyle Hill. He's the science editor for Nerdist.com. He's also the host of Because Science on YouTube with under the Nerdist flag. So you might know who that is because he's an amazing dude. So we nerded out about The Expanse because he is known as the Expanse Evangelist and I'm the Orville Evangelist. So we were evangelizing together and, trading ideas, and I'm trying to get him more into, catching up on the Orville. So that was a great time. He was a really fun guy to talk to. Speaking of The Expanse, Hallie Lambert, one of the writers for The Expanse, had the pleasure of talking with her. That was also a very interesting experience because I was introduced to her, and it was the first introduction of the night, and we're just running all over the place. First introduction, and I just thought we were just chatting with, I was being introduced to somebody, and I thought maybe we'd get into the interview part a little bit later, but we're just talking and having this great conversation. She's wonderful. She had something to do with putting YURI'S night together. So, thank you very much, Hallie, because that was not only an amazing party for everyone, but an amazing night for me, especially, and for, Egotastic FunTime, our first live event. And it won't be our last YURI'S night, you guys. So Hallie Lambert, thank you so much. We'll be talking more about her as well later on. Um, and just, oh, I got to meet you guys. Some of you guys were there. Special, you guys were coming up. Oh, Egotastic FunTime, JP, what's up? I'm so happy. I discovered Yuri's Night because of the video you put out, and I never would have come otherwise. And so I'm glad I was able to get a few tickets sold and get people out there to have that experience. And I'm so glad I got to meet you guys. Though I want to meet a lot more of you guys. But special thanks to John Hollister, part of the Ego Army. We met in person. We talked. Christopher Lee Martins, who's he can make a flying car. So we'll talk about Christopher as well. So thanks a lot, Christopher Lee Martins. Orlando, one of the many Star Trek cosplayers out there, fan of Egotastic FunTime. He's part of the Army. Orlando's cosplaying as Chakotay. Wonderful talking to you, my man. Thank you so much. My buddy Aaron Levitz, thank you for also doing some extra side B-roll for me. Aaron is a longtime friend who's lives in the LA area, so he came out for the night. Went to Yuri's Night, and we got to hung out. We've been friends for a long time. You'll meet him as well. Oh gosh, Lenny Hawktile, the 1.21 gigawatts guy. Look him up, because I can't do links and stuff right now because I'm doing this whole video on the phone because everything's packed away in the car, you guys. Lenny Hawktile, he has awesome replica of the Back to the Future DeLorean from Back to the Future 1. I got to do a little bit of CarTime video in there. We did a little bit of Egotastic FunTime CarTime from Doc Brown's Time Machine DeLorean. You'll see that. We'll talk to Lenny. Available for, you can hire Lenny to bring the DeLorean out to your next event. We'll get him. We'll talk to him. I'll get you guys in contact with him if any of you are interested. This machine was beautiful. I wanted to go back in time, but I didn't take my Dramamine. I can't go too fast if I don't take my Dramamine. Back in time. So thanks a lot, Lenny. Thanks a lot to Yuri's Night, everyone involved. Everyone was so gracious, even though it was a crazy event. There was thousands of people there. People, cosplayers, people just dressed to the nines, people, lots of drinks flowing. There was the disco. I was dancing. Oh, the dancing. I was just dancing all night, you guys. Just crazy space stuff going on. Crazy vendors around. I got footage of it all. There was even a silent disco where you walked around and you just see people dancing in silence, but they all have headphones on listening to the same stuff. All surrounded by an aquarium. That was amazing. I got footage of that. We're going to talk about it all. Yuri's Night, we're going to be doing this every year now. So hopefully, and I'll be talking about it all throughout the year to get you guys reminded, because Egotastic FunTime is coming back next year to Yuri's Night, Los Angeles. But there is still the East Coast Yuri's Night coming up this Saturday. I guess it should be April 12th. But it kind of feels like the 13th. Anyway, whatever's this Saturday, check out yurisnight.com. It should, or .net. I'm sorry, I don't have the links on me right now. Check it out. There's the Florida event coming up this Saturday. I believe it's at the Kennedy Space Center. I can't remember which. I think you're also partying under a shuttle. It's a different shuttle. I can't remember which one they have over there. Hang out with the astronauts. Have some drinks. Walk around. Dance with people having to do with science and science fiction and space exploration and getting to Mars and getting our asses to the moon, okay? Tickets are on sale now for that event. If you can make it to the East Coast event, I highly recommend that shiz, you guys. Come on. I mean, you're partying with astronauts. I mean, who cares about anything else? Oh, I just had a baby. Yeah, but did you party with an astronaut? Oh, I got married last week. Did you party with an astronaut? No, you did not. So therefore, those things aren't as good as the thing I just mentioned. Yuri's Night 2019, and we'll be going to Yuri's Night 2020 again. Egotastic FunTime, you're going to meet me out there. We'll be doing the official video. I'll be catching you guys up. I'll be releasing some of the footage on Thursday night for the Talking The Orville live pre-show explosion. I got lots of Orville stuff going on in the footage, so I'll pick some of it out, some of the highlights, and we'll watch it together on Thursday. as we get ready, or probably a little bit after we get ready for the Orville. Well, some of it before, because it does apply to that night's episode of the Orville. So I'll get some stuff going. Otherwise, you guys, I am so excited. I'm going to get on the road here. I'll be back home in 2 days. I'll unbox everything, hook it up to the damn Google machine, get stuff uploaded, get stuff edited. But no matter what, we're going to be partying an egotastic night, partying, getting ready for the Orville this Thursday night. Sanctuary, directed by Jonathan Frakes with Marina Sirtis. What? Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about today, and I talked about it, you guys. What are you thinking? You thinking I'm an idiot? You thinking I'm crazy? Are you going online right now to buy tickets to YURI'S night in Florida? Because you can still make it if you can get there. It's days away, so go party with some astronauts. Heck, I just partied with Story Musgrave, Bill Nye, Mark Stuckey from Virgin Galactic, Gray Bright, super duper host guy, Rod Roddenberry, Andre Bormanis, Tim Russ, Rico Anderson, Patricia Tallman, I said Rod Roddenberry, but he deserves 2 shout outs. Kyle Hill, Hallie Lambert. You never know who you're going to run into at YURI'S night. Are you excited? Because I am, and it's already another year away from me, but we're going to be there. Come and hanging out with me. So you can let me know what you think by joining the conversation below. And thank you so much for liking, sharing, and supporting my stupid show. It really does mean the world to me. I'll see you very soon. 2 days, because I got a lot of driving to do. And as always, I hope all your times are egotastic fun times. Love you. Bye-bye. Egotastic fun time. We're gonna have a great time. Egotastic fun time. Give me all your money. Give him all your money. You will find him funny. Just give him money. He loves money. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give him all your money. 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 What, chink?